Hey peeps, it's your girl LaVeeda from What Can't LaVeeda Do. In today's video, I will show you my first attempt at making bread in my new Cuisinart Convection bread maker, CBK-200. This was my first attempt and failed attempt at that because I did not follow the instructions as they were written. I made one substitution. I think it made a huge difference in the way the bread came out. But I brought this bread maker used off of Facebook Marketplace, and as soon as we left the seller's house, I went to the grocery store, I bought what I didn't have, went home and made this bread. So I want to call this first attempt user error or my error, because like I said, I didn't follow the recipe as it was written in the user guide. So next time I make bread, I will follow the directions. And it's very important to follow directions when you're baking anything. So when I do that, I will do a proper review of this bread maker. But in the meantime, let's check out what I did. Oh, and by the way, please give my video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because you don't want to miss anything. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to be making a recipe out of the manual that came along with this bread maker. And the recipe that I will be making today is the multigrain cereal wheat bread. So I've already measured all of the ingredients out so we can just get started. So I'm going to lift the lid. And the book recommends that you add the ingredients according to the way it's listed in the manual. So we're going to follow these directions. So the first ingredient will be water. So that will be 3/4 cup plus 3 tablespoons of water. Next will be 1/4 cup of plain yogurt. Fat-free plain yogurt. Okay, they get a little dirty there. Okay, next we're going to put 2 tablespoons and 1 teaspoon of room temperature butter. So this is the 2 tablespoons and this is the 1 teaspoon. Sorry. A little left over in the spoon there. Okay, next we're going to put 4 1/2 teaspoons of brown sugar. Got that all measured out on some parchment paper. Next, we're going to add 1 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Got that all measured out as well. Next, we're going to add 1 1/2 cups of bread flour. King Arthur flour. Next, we're going to add 1 1/2 cups of whole wheat flour. Again, we have the King Arthur whole wheat flour. Next, we're going to add 2 cups of, it says 7-grain cereal flakes, but I couldn't find 7-grain cereal flakes. So I just got something little fancy with some fruit and nuts. So fruit and grain, multigrain crisp cereal, brain and cornflakes and oat clusters, raisin dates and pecans. So we're going to add 2 cups of that. Looks good. Let's break up these raisins here. Okay, last but not least, we want 2 teaspoons of yeast. Now, each packet of yeast contains 2 1/4 teaspoon of yeast. So I had to measure it out into a measuring spoon, and we got that quarter bit left. So I'm gonna make sure I write a note on here that I have a quarter teaspoon left in there. So this is 2 teaspoons of yeast. Okay, let me close the lid. We got all of our ingredients in there now. Okay, so let's start the process. So the first thing we want to do is select the type of bread. So we want to make whole wheat bread. So we're going to press the menu, and that's number 3. So 1, 2, 3. So next we're going to select the crust type. And I want medium. And then the loaf, I'm making 1.5 pounds. And then we press start. So it's saying that we have 4 minutes and 25 seconds until... No, this is 4 hours and 25 minutes until the bread is done. So what I need to listen out for is the beep that tells me that the dough is kneading or is finished kneading. So I can take the dough out, remove the paddle that's sitting in the bottom of the bowl. I need to take that out so as the bread bakes, it doesn't have a big hole at the bottom. So I will see you in 4 hours and 25 minutes. Okay, I want to be nosy. About 30 minutes has passed since we last spoke, so we're going to take a peek in here. It's still on the kneading stage. We started out 4 hours and 25 minutes. So let's take a quick peek. I'm so nosy. Oh, it's smelling good already. Okay. So I guess maybe another half hour. For a total of 1 hour. I'll come back and let you see how it's looking. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, now the machine is beeping. It just did 3 sets of 6 beeps. That's my indication to take the dough out so that I can remove the paddle that's underneath this dough, so when it begins to bake, there isn't a hole at the bottom of the bread. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the dough out. It's not even hot. Remove the paddle. There's the paddle. Now I'm going to form this dough into a ball. Get it all in there. This bread is smelling so good. Okay, so I got it into a ball. I'm going to put it back in the pan without that paddle. I'm going to stick it back in. And let it continue. So it has another 1 minute and 34 seconds until it's done. So I will see you then. Okay, it's been 4 hours and 25 minutes, and it is 2:38 a.m. And the bread is done, and it smells so good. Look at that. But the first thing I notice is that I didn't do a very good job of rolling the dough in a pretty little ball. Which is hot. So let me move this to the side. Let me put a plate here. see if I can do this without burning myself. Let me get another towel. Okay. Let's do it this way. And it looks to be a little dark. Probably all of the sugar's in there. Okay. Wish you can smell it. So the directions say wait at least 20 to 30 minutes before cutting into it. So I'll see you back in 20 minutes. Okay, it's been 25 minutes or so. And it is 2:54 a.m. Sunday morning. And note to self and to y'all, don't make bread this late at night, early in the morning. It's a little heavy, a little dense. Follow the directions. I don't know why that is, but let's cut through it. See on the L, it's just falling apart. So, I don't know what to say. Let's see how it tastes. It's chewy. And it tastes pretty good. Despite how it looks. Looks like a rock from Mars, but yeah, not bad. So, first attempt at making bread in this new bread maker I bought. So I will give this a grade of F. But we will try again. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed everything up until now. And I will see you in the next video.